Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? In this lesson, we are going to study Unit 11, Lesson 7. Please open your students book, page number 88, because you are going to practice reading and answering some question concerning an environmental topic. In this lesson, we are going to read an open letter. And then tomorrow, we are going to practice how to write a similar one, an open letter. You are going to write an open letter to a person or an organization who you think could help protect or improve the environment. What's an open letter? An open letter is a letter which many people can read. So it's not written for one person. For example, to a newspaper. So an open letter is a letter which is written to so that many people can read it. You can write it to a newspaper or a magazine, etc. Because it's an important topic. We are going to describe pictures. We are going to talk about different environmental problems, and then we are going to find solutions for these problems. I'd like to remind you of the educational value for this month. A good exemplar and good company. Good exemplar and good company. Of course, as you know, our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the best example to follow in your life. And you should have good company. You should have good friends. Stay away from bad friends. You should have good friends who can support you, who can lift you higher, who can show you the right path. Now, let's have a look at these pictures. These pictures describe different environmental problems. What kind of problem is it? Muhammad Majdi?
Air pollution.
Air pollution. Very good, Muhammad. So here factories emit smoke and chimneys and the whole smokestacks, etc. They produce smoke all over the globe. So it causes air pollution. Okay, now here people cut down trees in the forest. What do you call this problem? Muhammad Mahmoud.
Less a percentage of oxygen.
Of course, it causes less or reduced oxygen. But here, this is an environmental problem. Cutting down trees in the forest. Give me one word that describes the problem.
Extinction animal.
No, it can lead to the extinction of animals, but it's called. Thank you, Ziad.
Deforestation.
Deforestation. So Muhammad Mahmoud, cutting down trees means deforestation. Deforestation is الغابات. Deforestation, the cutting down of trees. Of course, cutting down trees can lead to other problems. As you said, that the extinction of wild animals, etc. Here, this picture describe what dry, dry land. Give me one word that describes this problem. Yusuf Sayed. محمد الغربية.
Global warming.
Global warming. Global warming, Muhammad, when the temperature of the land becomes higher, and it can lead to the melting of ice. So melting of ice this is called global warming. But this land becomes dry when there is no rain or little rain. Muhammad. So what do you call this problem?
Drought.
Drought. Very good. Someone say, can I say dehydration? No, dehydration is related to the body, to the human body or to the animal body. But we say drought related to the land. Okay, thank you. Here, when animals become extinct, Muhammad Mahmoud mentioned. Yes, Kareem, what do you call it? When animals become extinct. Yes.
Animal
Yes,
extinction.
very good. Animal extinction or endangered species. Yes, animal extinction or endangered species. Okay, thank you. Now let's learn some words. The first word, tackle. Tackle is a verb. Tackle to make determined efforts to deal with a problem or difficult task. Here, they are having a meeting to tackle a difficult problem. They are going to deal with the problem to find a solution. So tackle means deal with a difficult problem or a difficult situation. There are many ways to tackle the problem of traffic jam. Tackle means deal with, to find a solution.
Amend.
Amend, amend, amend to make it better, to improve. Amend to make it better or to improve. Some students take remedial courses to amend their English. They want to improve their English language by taking these remedial courses. Amend to make it better, to improve.
International.
International. International, existing or occurring or carried on between two or more nations. If you say this organization or this company is international, it's related to more than two countries or two nations. So we can say international, worldwide, global, universal. The FIFA World Cup is an international football competition. The United Nations is an international organization.
Symposium.
Symposium, 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 a conference or meeting to discuss a particular subject. So they are having what? They are holding a symposium, a conference, a meeting to discuss a particular subject. Our school holds symposiums to discuss important issues. For this, they or our school holds meetings or conferences to discuss important issues.
Anxiety.
Anxiety, 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 a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an unpleasant event or something with an uncertain outcome. How do you feel, Ahmed Haider? How do you feel when you have an exam and you don't study? I feel what? I feel anxiety. I feel worried. I feel upset. Many students suffer from stress and anxiety during exams. Anxiety, anxiety.
Plight.
Blight, blight. Blight means a dangerous situation, a difficult situation, otherwise unfortunate, unlucky situation. Here, if someone loses his job or he's fired, he is in a blight. He is in a difficult situation. When somebody is sent to prison or jail, so he is in a dangerous and difficult situation. He is in a blight, blight. People become in a difficult blight when earthquakes and floods happen. They become in a very difficult situation.
Confront.
Confront. Confront is a verb here. Confront means to threaten. Confront means to threaten, to endanger, to face. Pollution is one of the problems that confronts the world today. It's one of the problems that threatens the world today. It's one of the problems that faces the world today. Confront, threaten, faces, endanger.
Chiefly.
Chiefly. Chiefly means above all, mainly. So chiefly is an adverb. Chiefly, above all, mainly. Number one. The aqua park chiefly attracts young children. It mainly attracts young children.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, worldwide. Worldwide means extending or reaching throughout the world. So it's related to the whole world. You can say this organization, this company is worldwide. It's global. It's universal. Pollution and traffic jams have become worldwide problems. Worldwide, international, global, universal. Now, let's start with the first exercise. Look at the photograph and discuss these questions. Here, some people are cutting down trees in the forest. You are going to answer this question. I'll give you enough time to read the question and answer. Why are trees being cut down? The trees are being cut down. This is passive. The trees are being cut down. Give me the reasons. B. What happens to the wood from the trees? After cutting down the trees, they get wood. What happens to the wood? So you are going to give what? The results or the consequences. What happens to the land after cutting down the trees? And see how is what is happening in the photograph an environmental issue. This what happens in the photograph here, people cut down trees. It's very important. It's related to the environment. How? Because it can lead to other problems. Why shouldn't we cut down trees? What are the benefits of trees? What is the importance of trees? Okay, think about these three questions in 2 minutes. Now it's time to discuss these questions. Let's listen to Muhammad Maher.
Yes, teacher. Why are the trees being cut down?
Yes.
The trees are probably being cut down either to make paper or furniture or building materials.
Excellent. This is a model answer, Muhammad. Thank you so much. So trees are probably being cut down either to make paper. They make paper from wood, or to make furniture, to build, to get furniture like what? Like tables, cupboards, etc. Or building materials to get building materials what? To build a house from wood. Thank you. What happens to the wood from the trees? Kareem Ahmed.
What happens the wood from the trees? The wood is used to make paper and building.
Building materials, good. But Kareem, how is wood transported or carried from forests to factories?
By big cars.
Big cars or trucks, lorries, or along water, along rivers, because it's very easy. It's very easy to transport wood above water or along rivers rather than big cars, as you said, or trucks, lorries. Okay, what happens to the land? Muhammad Majdi.
They can replant it or make
They
it
can be replanted. Very good.
or make it wasteland.
Good. So the land can be replanted. It can be used again, or can be used what? It can be used as a wasteland. They don't grow crops or anything, or they can build on it. They can build roads, or they can build houses on these lands. So the answer, the wood will be transported possibly by water or to factories. The land may be replanted, or it may be built on, or left where as wasteland. How is what is happening in the photograph an environmental issue? Faris Yasser.
It is an environmental issue because trees remove carbon dioxide from the air and store it.
Carbon
And the trees
dioxide.
also help the dioxide from the
Yes.
air and store it. Trees also help to prevent flooding.
It's excellent. Yes. Thank you, Faris. Ziad Hatim.
Uh, Also because the trees provide habitat for many creatures.
Excellent. Good. So trees provide homes or natural habitat for many wild animals, and of course, trees are very important. They are like what? They are like lungs for the earth. يعتبر كرئة للكوكب الأرض. Trees are like lungs for the earth. They give us oxygen and they remove carbon dioxide. They remove greenhouses and store these carbon dioxides in their bodies or in trees. And of course, trees protect us from floods. They protect us from dust storms. Thank you so much. So it's an environmental issue because trees remove carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, from the air and store it. Trees also help to prevent flooding and, of course, providing a habitat for many creatures and many animals. And now it's time to read. Read and analyze. Read this open letter and answer this question. You are going to read this letter in 3 minutes to answer the question. Whom is the letter to? This letter is to whom? You have to read the beginning. And whom is it from? You have to read the end. Is it from? It is from whom? Who wrote it? And what is the main worry expressed in the letter? What is the main problem? What is the main topic expressed in the letter? They feel worried about what? About pollution, deforestation, pollution, global warming, etc. You have to mention what they worry about. And is the letter written in formal or informal language? Is it written to an organization, a magazine, a newspaper? So they use formal language, strong language, and or is it an informal letter? It's written to a friend. They use daily spoken language or slang language, etc. And you have to find examples. Give me examples. How do you know this letter is an informal language or informal language? Why do you think the writers want this letter to be an open letter? The writers who wrote this letter want this an open letter. Why? You have to give the reason. Okay, please read the letter as quickly as possible to find the answer for these questions. 3 minutes. Muhammad, yes, Mustafa Abdulghaffar. Yes.
Yes, teacher. Whom is the letter to? Whom is it from? The editor of National Kuwait magazine from Bubbles at Kuwait High School.
Pupils. Thank you so much.
Pupil.
Yes. So it's written written to the editor of National Kuwait magazine, رئيس تحرير مجلة الكويت الطبيعية. And who wrote it? 56 pupils at Kuwait High School. What is the main worry expressed in the letter? Let's see. Omar Mahmoud.
Global warming.
Yes, very good. So the main worry expressed in the letter, global warming. They are worried about global warming. Good. Is the letter written in formal or informal language? Find two examples. Yusuf Sayyid.
It's formal language.
It's in formal language. Yes, find two examples.
Dear sir.
Yes. And yours faithfully. Yours faithfully at the end of the letter, Yusuf. Here they end it with yours faithfully. So these are two examples again. So this letter is in formal language because they start the letter with dear sir. They didn't say dear Muhammad or dear Yusuf. They said dear sir or dear madam, dear sir, and they end with yours faithfully. They didn't end with best wishes from, see you soon, bye, love from, send my greetings to your family. This is what informal language. And of course, there are some formal and strong words like what? Like symposium, like amend, like blight, like amend symposium, like tackle, anxiety, blight. So these are what? These are in formal languages. And the Muhammad, they didn't use what? They didn't use contractions or short forms. There are no abbreviations. ما فيش اختصارات في اللغة في المحادثة خالص أو في الرسالة. So this is an formal. This is a formal letter because they use strong words like tackle, amend, symposium, etc. Anxiety, confront, blight. These are strong words, and they don't use what? They don't use contractions. And the last one, why do you think the writers want this to be an open letter? Ziad Hatem, why do you think this letter or the writer want the letter to be an open letter? They have written what? They have written this letter to everyone who is attending this week's international symposium on the environment in Geneva. في مدينة جنيف بعتوا الرسالة دي للأعضاء المؤتمر. But they want it to be an open letter. Why?
The writers want this to be an open letter so as many people as possible could read it, so they can help to spread the letter message.
Excellent. So this is a model answer. Yes. So they want many people as possible could read it. Of course, and to spread the letter's message. They want to spread their ideas that they are worrying about global warming. They want to raise people's awareness concerning this problem. Very good. Now let's move to the third exercise here. Cutting down trees leads to one type of pollution. It can lead to soil pollution. Okay. Now you are going to mention 5 more types of pollution. You are going to mention the different types of pollution, and then you are going to rank them rank them according to how dangerous you feel they are to the plant. You are going to rearrange them. What is number one? Is it water pollution, land pollution, soil pollution, or etc. Different types of pollution. And then suggest ways of solving these problems. How can we solve these problems? Who can mention the different types of pollution? Muaz Muhammad.
Radioactive pollution.
Good. Radioactive pollution. What else? Give me another
Air
one.
pollution.
Air pollution. Good. Thank
Water
you.
pollution.
Water pollution. So we mentioned 3. Thank you, Muaz.
I
Omar
can mention
Mahmoud.
more.
Okay, I know you are a better one. Thank you, Muaz. Omar Mahmoud, mention. Faris Yasser.
Soil pollution, noise pollution,
Yes.
and
Good.
water pollution.
Yes. Thank you so much. So we have radioactive, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, etc. Very good. The first one, radioactive pollution. Suggest different ways. How can we solve this problem? Ziad Hatim.
Solution for the radioactive pollution?
How can we, yes, how can we solve it?
Finding an alternative energy source.
Yes, like wave power, water power, solar power, or biofuel. Of course, banning of nuclear tests يعني منع تجارب النووية، منع التجارب النووية, banning of nuclear tests, and finding alternative energy sources like wave power, water power, and solar power, or biofuel. And second type, air pollution. Yes, Muhammad Majdi, how can we solve it?
Building factories away from cities and using new source of energy.
Very good. Yes. So building factories away from cities and using a new source of energy again. Of course. Good. The third one, water pollution. Yes, Karim. How can you solve it?
By building station to make water more healthy.
Yes. You mean cleaning water and stop people from polluting the beaches, the shores, or stop oil tankers spilling oil. Removing pollutants from waste water يعني إزالة الملوثات, reducing sewage pollution اللي هو تقليل التلوث الصرف الصحي. Okay, good. So we can solve water. We can clean water and stop oil tankers from spilling oil slicks in the water. Soil pollution. How can we solve it? Muhammad Maher. تلوث الأرض ازاي نقلله؟ Yes. How can you solve it?
We can try to use another way to use another way to get power and try to use solar power to get energy.
But it's not related to the soil. Removing pollution from the soil, it means cleaning it up, يعني عملية تطهير وتنظيف الأرض. We can remove pollutants from the soil. We can plant more trees. We should stop burying. Waste, garbage, rubbish. We should recycle our waste. The last one, noise pollution. How can you solve it? Yes, Karim. Thank you, Muhammad Maher. Karim, how do you feel when you hear people using horns all the time while driving their cars near residential areas or near hospitals? And some people like listening to loud music. So this kind of pollution. So we should stop people from turning up the radios or cassettes loud while listening to music. We should punish people who use horns while driving, especially in residential areas and hospitals. raising awareness on the consequences of noise pollution. زيادة التوعية. Okay. Now let's move to language functions exercise. What would you say in the following situation? You are asked to describe what happened.
أستاذ الاختبار نزل يا أستاذ.
Okay. I wish you the best of luck. The exam will should start at 12:10, I think. Okay. Thank you so much. Until we meet again. Goodbye and good luck in your exams.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Muhammad.